This is Secondhand, written by Ellis Macaluso, and voiced by
Lewis Golding,
Luke Pearson,
Nadine Hart,
September Mead,
Shannon Harron,
Tito Afoke,
and Ellis Macaluso as Pina.
Hello! My name is Teddy. I know. Common name for a teddy bear, but hey, at least I have a name. You have no idea how many bears are just called Bear. I met some in this charity shop. They were all very sad. What am I saying sad? They were chronically depressed, on the edge of suicide. Some even tried to jump from the shelf from where they were. Life can be hard for an anonymous bear like me. Not like those big celebrities. No matter how psychologically unstable they are, everybody seems to like them. You want some examples? Here's some. Winnie the Pooh. Ah, cute, right? Wrong. Eating disorder. Yogi Bear? Funny. No. Faith. Baloo? Easygoing? Yes. To the point of being flaky. Ted? You know, from the film? Oh yeah. Hilarious. No. He's crude and extremely inappropriate. What's wrong with you people? But hey, they're famous. So when a Winnie the Pooh comes to the shelf, you can be sure he's going to be sold in less than a week. While normal bears like me can't wait for months, or years, or sometimes forever. That can drive anyone insane. Like Paul. Well, he said his name was Paul, but on the label it said Bear. I'll never forget him. He was a nice fluffy one, with pretty eyes. I reckon he was really popular when he was new, but now, poor thing, his padding was all hard from too many washes, and he was visibly scarred. I'd say dog. One of those small ones that chew everything and bark like they are possessed by some sort of evil demonic spirit. You know what I'm talking about, right? Right? Anyway, Paul told me about his story. His first owner was a little girl. Blonde, curly hair, daddy's girl. And although her family was super rich and her parents spoiled with many fancy toys, she adored him. She would never go anywhere without him. They were inseparable. Like honey and bees, Jay-Z and Beyonce, Kim Kardashian and Instagram. But one day, one dark, terrible day, something terrible happened to that sweet and kind little girl. Paul got very emotional at this point, and it was hard for him to share, but I tapped him on the shoulder and I said, there, you can tell me. He then started going on about how his life was over, and that how he had lost her forever, and that he could never replace her again. He went into a million horrible details of what he witnessed, and that I am decent enough to spare you, but I still have nightmares about those images. But you seem like a smart lot. Maybe you figured it out already. What do you think happened? In one word. Puberty. That's what happened. Soon, she replaced my poor friend with a thing called boys. But let's be honest. They're not even remotely as fluffy, as comfy, as cute, as cuddly as bears. So I think it's extremely irrational and unfair. Every day, millions of bears are abandoned, and at least 4 bears every second jump from their dusty shelves. You can make a difference by simply going to your local charity shop and adopt a bear for as cheap as £1. Save Paul and others like him. Today is the day.
So, right, the other day I was on the bus, right, and there was like this stupid girl. Oh my god, it was well unbelievable. She was wearing this blue top and some nasty ass green trousers. Yeah, I know, right? Well, disgusting. I mean, I just don't know how some people can even get out of their bedrooms in that condition. That is well offensive to the human race. Do you know what I mean, right? Yeah, it was like watching one of those bad horror movies on like a small channel or something. And even more disgusting, her friend is sitting on a bus with her, right? Kept saying how much she loved that tin top. Oh my God, I wanted to go over there and get it off her, and I swear I would have done if she wasn't like a well, a beach well, like someone throw Shamu back in the ocean, like Tina the talking tummy and all that rubbish. Like, just imagine her with that clothes on. I mean, I wanted to throw up at the thought of it. Like, I swear I would have thrown up all over her face, rubbed it in and then shoved it up her Do you know what I'm saying? But I'm too kind to the world and all that, like, and like, I mean, who in this world wants to see a monstrosity like that? Like, she was so big as well. Like, she was occupying 2 seats, and her friend was standing over there because there was no space for her to sit her fat. How disrespectful is that? Like, yes, people are well disrespectful, aren't they?
Both my parents were hard-working. My mother an actress, and my father a vet, neither of which would be described as posh careers. They worked long hours and made financial sacrifices in order to send me to a private school, for which I will always be indebted to them. My grandparents on both sides would be better described as working-class folk. Grandpa was a florist, and my other grandpa a local estate agent in Brighton. In this country, we tend to make sweeping assumptions about people based on their accents. When I first started out in television, I was told I would never succeed in the media with a posh accent. Drop the RP or give up, I was told on more than one occasion. It was even suggested I hire a vocal coach for the elocution classes to make me sound more proper like. Over the years, posh people have tended to be stereotyped by the media for entertainment purposes. We have become pantomime caricatures of moneyed or landed buffoonery to be sneered at by the masses. The stereotype reached its zenith with Made in Chelsea, which is now in its 6th series, showing that the public hasn't tired of laughing at the silly posh people just yet. James Blunt has suffered years of posh bashing, despite selling millions of records, and Hollywood darlings Benedict Cumberbatch and Damian Lewis have both described their labelling as predictable. At a charity event recently, I overheard someone pointing to comedian Alexander Armstrong and asking if it was the posh bloke from the telly. I guess posh is an easy generalisation to make, but it's so sweeping. Surely in 2014 there is more to someone than their accent and the school they attended several dozen years ago. I'm still acutely aware of my accent and my education, and to be honest, they have been one of the driving forces behind some of the physical challenges I have attempted to overcome. I've wanted to prove that accent and schooling are only skin deep, and what counts is the person beneath. The assumptions we make about people's accents and backgrounds are often cruel and unjustified, and I've spent 15 years trying to overcome the posh stereotyping. But then comes along another series of Made in Chelsea, and it seems we're all still cads spending daddy's money on champagne and parties. I occasionally do that. Maybe I'll see that dear elocution teacher after all. Innit?
Yeah, right. So, anyway, I was thinking about the unfair fattiness when the bus stopped. They all got off, and then to make matters worse, instead this Indian woman, like, you know what I mean, with her curry or something, come on with this thing covering her face, like, I think it's called like a burqa or a burqa or something like that. Anyway, it looked like a letterbox as far as I'm concerned. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. How offensive is that in my country, right? I know, right? She was like occupying 2 seats as well, the fat. She had all these grocery bags with her, like probably full of curry or something. Like, I mean, it's well disrespectful, innit? Yeah, and she was well fat too, the like, oh, and don't get me started on what she was wearing. All that immigrant and all that, you know what I mean? I know. It's like too distressing, isn't it? Like, I'm getting so worked up here thinking about it. Like, back to your own country. Like, let's change the topic anyway. Like,
What are you playing?
My Singing Monsters.
What?
My Singing Monsters.
Is it good?
We wouldn't play it if it wasn't.
Did you have a good day?
School.
So, was it good?
School, Mum. How good could it be?
Well, no. I don't know. It's been a long time since I've been at school.
Just about.
How was your day?
You've been asking me this about 15 times, and I told you I've been to school. School. Don't send me there. Thank you.
I just wanted to know.
But you've already asked me, Mum. Change the channel.
What do you fancy for dinner?
I don't give a what we're having for dinner.
Okay. You don't need to talk to me like that, you know. It's disrespectful.
It's disrespectful to be telling me what to do. I'm going to talk however I want to talk, alright? For sake. No one understands me.
Look, I know you don't really want to talk to me right now with that whole teenage thing, I don't know. But you keep avoiding telling me about school. This gets me thinking. Don't freak out, but I'm your mum, so I'm supposed to ask these questions because I care about you, believe it or not. But are you being...
Say it.
Is anyone being horrible to you?
Who the do you think I am, Mum?
Maybe bullying you?
What do you think I'm some sort of little that people can just push around or something?
No, I just thought you might be...
Listen, yeah? No one me about, okay? Nobody pushes me, nobody bullies me, alright? Nobody does none of that, okay? Don't even ask, yeah? Do you think I'm weak or something? Is that what you think I am? Do you think I'm weak? Do you think I let people push me around?
No, I just thought you may be being like this because...
No, sake. That.
So why are you being so mean all of the time? I'm just trying to spend some time with you and you just don't seem to care about me at all. What happened to that attentive little boy that I brought up?
Exactly! You're bringing me up the way you want me to be, yeah? And those people at school, those teachers, are doing exactly the same thing.
Oh,
All they said to me is, don't do this, don't do that. They're trying to make me follow these rules. And that's exactly the same way it's like at home, Mum, living with you. Why can't I just be me?
You can just be you.
Well, then let me be me then and stop telling me how to live my life.
Okay. So, what do you want for dinner?
guy I hooked up with last night, oh my God, the way he said he was like a stud, but when it came down to it, he was like a 12-year-old boy, like had a body of a 12-year-old and everything. Like, he was such a wimp. And mate, package, it was so embarrassing. Like, what more can I say? Like, it was so tiny, embarrassing. Don't me, you like tiny. Do you know what I mean? Like, sake, he was so small. I didn't even have a magnifying glass for me to find it. Didn't touch the sides either.
George, sai cosa mi manca di più dell'Italia?
Tell me, Pina, what do you miss most about Italy?
Le montagne.
The mountains? Why? Don't we have mountains in here?
Ma quelle che voi chiamate montagne, noi qui le chiamiamo colline.
Ah, hills. How are the mountains where you're from?
Io vengo da un piccolo villaggio vicino alle Alpi, in una valle chiamata Valtellina.
Valtellina. I like the sound of that. Is it good?
Sì, da un punto di vista esterno può sembrare un paradiso.
I bet you can write some poetry about it, can you?
Certo, le montagne ricoperte di neve brillano alla luce della luna piena, che illumina la valle di un pallore melanconico. Nelle chiare notti senza nuvole si possono vedere i dettagli delle montagne che circondano e proteggono la valle. I boschi, gli alberi e i loro abitanti notturni sussurrano un canto leggero, come una ninna nanna che addormenta la civiltà per poche ore prima dell'alba di un nuovo giorno.
Bellissimo. Let me try in English. The snow-covered mountains glisten in the light of the full moon that illuminates the valley of pale melancholy. In clear, cloudless nights, you can see the details of mountains that surround and protect the valley. Woods, trees, and their inhabitants whisper a light song as a lullaby to sleep civilization for a few hours before the dawn of a new day.
Bravo! Nel caos di tutti i giorni io sono valutata altamente. Vengo utilizzata molte volte in un giorno.
What do you mean you are valued in Italy? What for?
Io sono una tazzina da espresso. L'espresso non è un normale caffè. In alcuni posti viene chiamato ristretto, proprio perché è concentrato. Ma tanto per essere chiari, nessuno in Italia beve quella cosa che voi chiamate caffè, che risembra più acqua sporca che caffè.
Okay, espresso is concentrated coffee, and our coffee has dirty water. Got it. But it sounds like a complaint, though.
No, non mi sto lamentando. La mia vita qui in Inghilterra mi piace. Sono stata adottata da una coppia di adorabili vecchietti che mi ha messo in esposizione in una delle loro vetrinette, non sapendo bene che uso fare di me perché ero troppo piccola per un caffè.
I can just see you on the shelf of a sweet old couple, taken care of and loved. Even though they didn't use you, I'm sure they loved you.
Purtroppo, dopo pochi anni, entrambi sono passati a miglior vita e i loro familiari mi hanno donato in un charity shop.
Oh no, sorry for your loss. Did you miss them back to that awful place?
Sì, molto. Dopo qualche mese un ragazzo mi ha comprata per pochi pennies. Ero contenta di aver trovato una nuova casa finché non ho scoperto per cosa mi avrebbe usato. Shots.
Ah, shots. You mean vodka shots?
Già, apparentemente sono troppo piccola per un caffè, ma perfetta per shots di vodka o altri liquidi altamente alcolici. Oh, i mal di testa che mi sono subita.
Yes, hangovers are horrible.
Ho pregato per mesi di tornare al charity shop e dopo poche settimane i miei desideri, meno male, si sono avverati.
You never realize how lucky you are until you lost what you have. So, back to the charity shop again.
Già, sono qui da mesi ormai, ma nessuno sembra interessato a comprare una tazza che è troppo piccola per un caffè.
Oh no, I'm sure nobody really thinks you're too small.
Gli altri oggetti mi prendono in giro per il mio accento. Io cerco di integrarmi e far finta di essere inglese, ma per quanto mi sforzi non so se mai potrò.
I love your accent, Pina. I think it's spiffing.
Sì, ma non tutti la pensano come te e mi chiedo, sarò sempre discriminata per come sono, per il mio accento. Non sono fatta della stessa ceramica di quelle belle e grandi tazze inglesi. Non sono sempre una tazza. Non ho diritto al rispetto altrui.
So you wonder if you'll always be discriminated against for your accent, even if you try hard to change it and be more English. Of course you deserve respect, no matter how you look or sound.
Grazie. George, traduci qualcosa per me, per favore.
Of course. What do you want me to translate, my dear?
Io so chi sono e il mio scopo in questo mondo. Sono una tazzina da espresso, sono unica e con uno scopo unico. Perché devo far finta di essere qualcosa che non sono per essere accettata? Poi mi guardo intorno e mi chiedo, e voi? Voi vi sentite mai come una tazzina da espresso in mezzo a tazze da caffè?
I know who I am and my purpose in this world. I am an espresso cup. I am unique, with a unique purpose. Why do I have to pretend to be something I am not to be accepted? Then I look around and wonder, how about you? Do you ever feel like an espresso cup in the middle of coffee mugs?
Oh my god, I just love talking to you. Like, you're such a good hoodie, do you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's just a pleasure to talk to someone like you, like, not like the rest of the bastards in this country, or this charity shop to make matters worse. Like, I mean, you just always know what to say to make me well feel better, right? Well, you know what I'm saying? Oh, babe, look, that over there needs a pair of trainers. Oh, he's gonna go come and get me. Oh, look, yeah. All right, honey. I'll see you later, babe.